scientists revealed the ant's tricks. If an ant follows just 4 simple rules, that seems to be enough to create this complex group behavior. Rule number 1, slow down when the terrain gets rough. Rule number 2, if the ant in front of you slows down, walk on them. It's a bit rude, but it's what they do. Rule number 3, if you get stepped on, freeze and brace yourself. You can even hook legs with a neighbor if needed. Rule number 4, when you're no longer being stepped or pulled on, pause for a moment, then march onward. That short pause, the fact
That is not ant behavior. The trail gets rough.
Ants may be tiny, but they are absolute drama queens. It all started when I noticed a long ant trail marching across my backyard. I thought, let's have a little fun. Nothing big, just a few harmless experiments. First, I placed a tiny stone right in their path, and instantly, chaos. They stopped, froze, stared at it. Some looked at each other like, who is responsible for this? One ant even climbed the stone like he was reporting me to ant headquarters. Next, I added a little sugar cube off to the side, just to see what would happen. Oh wow, the discovery process was intense. Some ants took the lead, others followed, some even seemed confused. It was like watching tiny.
Ants look for a new path. One ant slows down, the other ants investigate what's the hold up. Just check her out. These are ants looking at other ants. These are ants act like they're guarding, looking over other ants.
Of chemicals, and the more ants that followed that trail, the more chemicals are laid down, the
You're
more
not even moving
food they're
straight.
coming back with, the greater the amount of chemicals they're going to be.
Ants are also excellent celestial navigators. Many species use the position of the sun to orient themselves. Even more impressive, they can detect polarized light, a pattern created when sunlight scatters in the atmosphere. This allows ants to know direction even when the sun is partially hidden by clouds or obstacles.
Look at that ant looking at other ants are
Their eyes
doing.
are specially adapted to pick up these light patterns, giving them a built-in compass. So while humans might need a watch and a compass to stay oriented, ants look up.
That works more if you have a goal. They have a goal.
Some ants, especially desert ants, use a technique called path integration, also known as dead reckoning. Essentially, they keep track of how far they've traveled and in which direction. Discovered this by conducting clever integration, also known as dead reckoning. Essentially, they keep track of how far they've traveled and in which direction. Scientists discovered this by conducting clever experiments. Researchers let ants walk to food while wearing tiny stilts that made their legs longer. When the ants tried to return home, they overshot the nest. When their legs were shortened, they stopped too early. This showed that ants literally count their steps and calculate distance based on stride length. It's not math in the human sense, but a biological odometer built into their nervous system.
So it is math. What is in the human sense of math?
Ants are also excellent celestial navigators.
Is the human sense really math? I mean, human math is just abstract symbols linked to how to organize abstract symbols, not actual numbers. Even no dots, no lines, and amounts, and not on amounts, no comparisons, just what symbols belong in what orders. Maybe human math or our math isn't correct. No one. Most of this video before okay to be smart. The other studies he cites seem more philosophical. No leaders and stuff and no goal. Fish do have hierarchies in schools. The ones high ranking are deeper in, getting more protection. The newcomers are on the outside. And about the V shape, the bird that's at the top The goose just at the top of the V, at the tip of the V. Or is it an A? They're called V's, but you can look at another way, it's an E. Even in systems that aren't even alive, like dust and wind, if the universe was equal, there wouldn't be a universe. Why should some places be stars and planets, the rest be empty space? There's cell consciousness, the idea that cells are their own processing, even have a goal. In fact, psychology makes more sense if the bits of our mind have goals. The little people running our bodies have a goal that this person believes this. Using inside of the battery, another example, these are actually real people or physical. But the brain itself is a good example of its evidence for cell consciousness that our bodies are a civilization. There's even competition, even goals and power structures. Neurons with more connections have reserved their more connections. How does loss of neuroplasticity sooner mean girls are smarter? One major factor in our human evolution was actually late maturity, as in more time for the brain to develop inside more information. Oh, and yeah, by the way, don't boys do better at math scores? So, and we have to come up with conspiracy fables. That doesn't sound very mature. Yeah, but that's very more of a praising way to say girls stop maturing sooner than boys. They can integrate information faster, but more efficiently. But more connections don't mean better connections. They have less able to correct misinformation would have been that they internalized and would be less analytical in the first place. And that they have a lot wider range of information to test and stuff. In this case, the older woman actually more adaptable, able to correct her challenge what she's been taught more than this younger guy, younger stuck up guy. How did I segue into this?